Hi, Robin Plim here, and today we are going to talk about channeling, the why you would want to do it, what it is, how to do it, and where do you go if you want to go further. So let's start with the why. Why would you want to develop this skill? So if you are interested in clarity of thought, gaining insights, tapping into your higher self, communicating with the universe, spirit guides, raising your vibration, creating some inspired action and gaining some guidance, then this may be exactly what you need. Perhaps it's the universal truth, the ancient wisdom, the spiritual teachings to guide your own journey. You'd be surprised how often you do it without even knowing. Flashes of inspiration and ideas, knowing without knowing how you know, those gut feelings. Developing this skill gives you access to so much more. So really, the question is, why wouldn't you? My book was written with lots of channeling that came through as I was writing. I wouldn't even realize it. I would read back over passages and be amazed at what turned up on the pages. Inspirational things that I went, wow, where did that come from? So you need to sort of recognize that you are already doing it. So what is channeling? It's basically a practice that involves opening yourself to receiving messages, guidance, or insight from higher realms or consciousness. It's a way of connecting with spiritual beings, guides, or even your higher self. Channeling can provide wisdom, healing, and clarity that you won't get anywhere else. So what are some types of receiving, or what can it look like? It might be clairaudient, where you hear the information either outside yourself or internally. It might be clairvoyant, where you see or visualize imagery. It might be claircognizance, which is a knowing. So these are just probably three of the most well known. There is also the clairsentience, which is feelings or sensing. So there is a number of ways that you can receive the information. No way is better than another. It's just how you tune in. So what are some ways it can look like? Well, automatic writing, which is what I do mostly. I sit and I write. It's one of the easiest forms of channeling to do. All you have to do is sit down with a pen, paper, and relax and allow the messages to flow through your writing. Some people write without even realizing what's being written. Others get the words come through or are knowing what to write. But you've got to trust the process and don't censor yourself. Don't cross things out. Write it exactly how it comes down. What about the inner dialogue or that intuitive insights? Great time before you get out of bed. Ask some questions, engage in a conversation with your guide, even if you think it's yourself that's answering. You might be surprised. Ask some questions and wait for a response. Now, these might be intuitive thoughts, feelings, ideas, or just an inner knowing. Verbal channeling. I have a recorder that I will sit down with and just see what comes through. Let it go and just put the record button on and just record without censoring yourself. You might hear yourself speaking in a different way. Your tone might be different. You might find you're using unfamiliar words. So get out of the head and just let that energy flow. What about guided visualizations? The ability to just sit and listen to somebody else guiding you through a meditation and taking you somewhere where you can receive guidance, meet your guides, gain insights. So there are lots of ways that this receiving channeling can look like. Now, the question that is asked the most is, how do you know if it's channeling? Now, my writing will come through in lots of different ways. Sometimes it'll be cursive. Sometimes I'll be printing. Sometimes it's very sort of very formal type of font. So that's not something that I use. So be aware that it might look different in how you usually write or speak. Don't discount anything. It's not a matter of you getting into your head and judging. Trust that when you go back over what you've gained in insights or words, that there will be something that will seem slightly different. Channeling requires trust in the process and patience with yourself. So if you're not sure, just keep going and don't doubt yourself. And then look back through your work to see what has come up. So how the process, it's really quite simple. So before and after channeling, just practice some energy clearing and protection, just to ensure that you're working in a high vibrational and safe space. Imagine you're surrounded by a white light transmuting anything around you to that pure source energy. Ask your guides to be gatekeepers, and that only that which is for your highest good may come through. But 2, before you begin, set a clear intention for your channeling session and create a safe and peaceful environment where you are going to be comfortable and not disturbed. All right, number 3, meditation and relaxation. So begin with a meditation to calm your mind and raise your vibration. You may do relaxation and breathing techniques to help you just tune into a more relaxed state of being and getting out of your head and opening your channels. Before, now visualize or sense dropping your awareness or energy out of the head and down into your heart space. So ask to connect to source energy and universal love with messages for your highest good. So establish a connection by simply asking for the presence and guidance of a guide or the universe or even your higher self. Now, when you're finished, repeat the energy clearing of yourself and the space. Thank your guides, your higher self, or the universe for anything you've received, and thank your gatekeeper for their assistance. Now, I recommend that you keep a journal or an audio recorder to record your experiences, messages, and insights. Reflect on your sessions to gain a deeper understanding of what you've actually received. I've gone back through my books for years, and the things that I found there will be exactly what I need to hear at the time. It's not things that date, it's information that will be relevant at whatever stage you are at. So I suggest that you commit to a daily practice of even sitting down for 5-10 minutes for 1 to 2 weeks or more and see if you can get some results. Now, remember, channeling is a deeply personal practice. There's no right or wrong way to do it. What matters most is your connection and willingness to open up and your genuine desire to receive from higher wisdom. So as you continue to explore and practice, your channeling abilities will naturally evolve, leading you to more insights, more sessions, more information on this spiritual journey. Now, what if you want to go further? What if you have started and you want to dive deeper? So I'm going to suggest 5 places where you can develop your channeling abilities and deepen your connection. Number 1, metaphysical bookstores and centers. They often host classes, workshops, and events dedicated to spiritual practices such as channeling. These gatherings provide information and opportunities from seasoned practitioners and help you explore some different methods. It connects you with like-minded people who are going to share your interest. Number 2, online communities and forums. You can't always have a handy source nearby where you can physically be there, but there are lots of online communities, social media groups focusing on channeling, where you can learn and share experiences, receive guidance from people who have started before you and have been traveling along. You can ask questions, you can participate in workshops, and you can help refine your skills. Number 3, sometimes channeling requires quiet and contemplative environment. So consider creating a personal space in your own home or a natural setting. This peaceful sanctuary can be your dedicated space for meditation, practice, and receiving guidance. When they know that you are in a certain space all the time for receiving, they are going to know that that is what you are there for. Now, don't forget, trees, animals, and elementals are another source of insight and knowledge. So don't discount getting out and sitting in nature. Number 4, seek out mentors or teachers who have a background for channeling and who offer personalized guidance. Private sessions or workshops can provide one-to-one instruction, feedback, and techniques that will be specifically tailored to perhaps your needs and your progress. And number 5, you might find there are retreat centers who specialize in workshops and weekends or something where you can get away and do an intensive channeling course. They provide safe spaces. They practice under a guidance of a facilitator. You can learn techniques and engage in group activities to enhance your abilities. Now, remember, channeling takes time, patience, and persistence. Be open to exploring various methods of approaches. Trust in your intuition as you continue on your spiritual journey. Whether you choose a physical location or virtual spaces, the key is to create an environment that supports your growth. It helps you tap into your innate channeling that you are already doing. So I hope this has been helpful. So I would love to see some comments or feedback on people's suggestions of things that they have tried or how they have gone with their own channeling. Like, share, and subscribe for more spiritual content and for more channeling, which I'm going to start doing more of. And if you want to tap into activities and information to help your consciousness, then my book Awake, Aware, Conscious is available. I also have a weekly newsletter. If you would like to subscribe, I will put the link in the description box. So enjoy your time. Be patient with yourself, and the more you practice, the easier it becomes. So I hope that's been a help, and thank you, if you are still with me, for your presence here today.